Hi, I'm here to talk about loneliness today. What is loneliness? Well, loneliness is wanting something that you can't have, just like all suffering. Um, every day we go out there and we try to find the right person, you know, or whatever it is that we want, you know. But sometimes you just don't. You can't find them, okay, and that brings you suffering, unhappiness, and so how do we get over that? How do we conquer that? We can't conquer that by number one, accepting that you are not your sex. You know, you're having a mistaken idea that you need something besides yourself, which that's not the way it is. You don't need anything because you've got everything. You've got love, you've got joy, you've got peace, you've got wisdom, creativity. You don't need, you know, love with another person. I mean, love with another person is great. Of course it is. But do you need it to make yourself feel good about yourself? No. I mean, what love, you know, does for us is it gives us that feeling of hope, you know? And hope is just great, you know? It's fantastic. But, you know, sometimes if we can't find that love, then, you know, it's a problem. And we get unhappy. We feel unhappy because we haven't been able to find it. You know, when you were a baby, your parents named you and gave you your history, and they also gave you your sex. Okay? And that is part of your fake identity. You're not a man, you're not a woman, you're not a trans, you're not gay, you're not lesbian. Okay? What you are goes far beyond that. And what you need to accept or understand is that, well, you don't need to do anything. But what would be helpful for you is to let go of this idea that because you're a man or because you're a woman, you need the opposite or whatever. Okay? And you don't. And so, because of this thought or this idea, you know, that you need another person to make you whole, you're not whole. And, you know, that is standing in your way of waking up. Okay? And I understand loneliness. I've felt loneliness. I've been there, you know. And it's terrible. I never liked it. I don't like it now. Okay? But it's not real. What is real is that you are loved, so you don't need love from another person. That's what's real. Okay? And if you're lonely and you're feeling, you know, like you don't have the full you there, then you need to accept that that is part of your fake identity and you need to let that go. Now, you talked about clinging on to things That's what you're doing if you're lonely. You're clinging on to your sexuality. You're clinging on to, you know, this need you think you have for the opposite sex or for the same sex. Okay? And, you know, that's just not going to help you. That's not going to give you what you need. Okay? I mean, yeah, you could temporarily have some love from someone, but eventually that's going to fade and drop away because it's not real. How many times have I lost love? Many, many times. So many times. It comes and then it goes. And when it goes, that's the worst feeling. So, try to imagine that you are a being of light and that you are whole. And let go of believing that you're a man or a woman. I know that's hard to do, but this form, okay, and your form, which is a man or a woman or whatever it is, okay, is part of your fake identity. When this form dies, and it will, okay, then you won't be a man, you won't be a woman, you won't be a trans or whatever, okay? You will be a being of light, okay? And you will rejoin the source. So, spending all of your time feeling sorry for yourself because you haven't found the one person that you love, okay, is just making it harder for you to find that person. I mean, having a person that you love is great. But unless you're awakened and the other person's awakened, that love is going to end and you're going to be alone again. And there's nothing wrong with being alone. I mean, this is one of the hardest things to let go of. I know, you know. But it's also one of the most important. A lot of unhappiness, a lot of suffering comes from this thing. And, you know, I don't want anyone to suffer. That's why I'm making these videos, to help people get on with their lives without suffering. I don't even know how to wrap this video up, but I guess the best thing I can say is remember who you are. And we are all one. You're not alone. I know it seems like everybody's separate, but you know what? That's just a lot. It's a mistaken notion. We're not in any way separate. We are all one. So there's no reason to feel lonely. If you look at the trees and the grass, they are alive. And you are one with them. I know that's hard to wrap your head around, but it's true. Every form that rises on this earth or in this universe is part of you. And that includes people, and tigers, and dogs, and vegetables, trees. So, feeling lonely and perpetuating that feeling is only going to bring you unhappiness. Well, I guess that's it. I've said what I need to say. You all have a great day, and I love you all as usual. And you know why. Have a good one.